Hey everybody, Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Yesterday I was out playing and I was trying out a new disc. I've got this TI Swirl Athena and I was really enjoying this disc out at Hornet's Nest. That form feels great. That was good. I threw a lot of really amazing shots with this disc. So that inspired me to go out with like a Paul Mcbeth type bag. So in my bag today, we've got two Lunas. I got a Z, I've got a North Cove Luna, excited to test this out. I've got a Proto and a fly dye Kratos. I have an ESP and a crystal Buzzz. I've got two Athenas, one of them being a yellow first run. So I've got the TI Swirl and then the yellow first run one. Then I've got a Worlds, Zeus, Sparkle, and a TI Hades. So we're gonna be throwing like a whole Paul Mcbeth style bag today. I thought it'd be fun to try out a lot of the molds and discs that Paul Mcbeth is affiliated with. And I do also have an Elite Z stamped, like soft zone in the bag today as well. I'll be putting with my normal putters, but yeah, that's the gist of what we're doing today. I'm super excited to test out this North Cove Luna. I don't know if we still have any left on Disc Golf Deals USA, but everybody says these are like the most stable run of Luna. We'll get to the bottom of that today. So yeah, we're here at Nevin. We're gonna play some Frisbee for Rolf. So that's the stock Luna. That's actually quite the nice flight there. Very low effort, very, very straight. And then this is the famous North Cove Luna. What a beauty. I don't know if that necessarily seemed superly more stable out of the gate, but we will have a Circle's Edge putt from the North Cove Luna. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know which player's discs I should try next. Let's get to that green. Any disc you see in today's video should still be available over at Disc Golf Deals USA. You'll save 10% by using my link in the description below. Got a bit of a weird lie from the North Cove here, but just outside C1. Super weird putt. Bang. Hole 3 is a great hole to test out Luna versus Kratos. We'll go Luna first, then Kratos second. 300 feet downhill. If that's a tree, it's definitely in the circle. And the Kratos should be just a little more stable. Oh wow, it kind of flipped up on me a little too much. Very interesting. Wow. That is like two awesome putts to start off with. Hole 4, we got a pretty tricky par 4 here. We're gonna check out the Sparkle Zeus. I've thrown this one a small handful of times and found it to actually be pretty stable. I think this is one of the more stable runs of Zeus out there. Pretty tough hole. We got to get way down there. All right, that's going to give us a Circle's Edge putt again. Man, Katie's got a nice little flip up in the mid-flight there. All right, that Proto Sparkle Kratos got pretty lucky. We hit one of these two trees, but plopping us basically inside the bullseye here. I found the Sparkle Kratos to be a bit more stable than that fly dye run, and it's definitely a lot more stable than the baseline, or they're either called cement or concrete. I was putting with it for a while. The most stable run of Kratos is definitely the test flight ones. Another pretty slept on Mcbeth mold is the Hades. I feel like a lot of people don't really throw these. I very rarely see people with these out on the course. TI blend looks cool. The stamp looks nice. It's a very clean looking disc. This is the only disc I have that has any chance of getting me in birdie range on this tough par 4. All right, we got a little flip. That definitely needed a bit more height, but we may actually have a chance getting up and down for birdie from there. Not terrible. But between the Hades, the Athena, the Kratos, maybe it's just kind of like a my region thing, but ever since MVP has exploded in popularity, the only Discraft Mcbeth disc I see in people's bags frequently is the Luna. And that even could be a product of like Anthony Barella loving the Luna and a bunch of the other Discraft pros. So it's super interesting that people, at least in my area, in Charlotte, I don't see a ton of Paul Mcbeth discs out on the course like I used to. For the par 4 location, I need to hit this gap on the left, basically go over this basket by like 150 feet. Try out the Z Luna here. This is a pretty high level shot. That might have been it. Come on. That was an insane shot. Really enjoying the Lunas. It's not quite as good for me as the Proxy is, but it's probably the second best thing for me. Absolutely unbelievable. One of the best shots I've thrown in a long time. That was a very tight gap. Very specific, like late flipping Luna line. Absolutely parked it. If you told me I was gonna have a tap in birdie on this hole, I would have called you absolutely stinking crazy. What an awesome shot. Hole 11, pretty classic forehand hole for me, but I want to try both Lunas up high in the air and see if I can't get them to turn a little bit. But definitely I feel like the North Cove Luna, it's not soft by any means, but it's definitely not quite as stiff as this like World's Z Luna. We still have a bunch of the World Z Lunas on the site too if you want to check one of these out. But let's put them up in the air, see what kind of line we can get. I'm going to aim nice and high, try and initiate some turn pretty much the whole way through. See, the Luna, more stable than a lot of people think. It's gonna actually need to have some forced anhyzer. I threw that pretty hard, but maybe a little bit nose up. Let's get that nose down. There it is. That's more the line. With a disc as stable as the Luna, it's pretty hard to get enough turn on it. It'd be nice to have like a Buzzz SS or something that will kind of tip a little bit more for me early in the flight, or even perhaps a baseline Luna. I actually thought there was going to be absolutely no way in heck I was going to have a putt this close. I guess I got over here a little more than I thought. Man, I don't know if that's ever happened to me. That was pretty sick. Twice Earth's luck. That's a little more pure route, but I prefer the tree kiss, I think. Let me know what you prefer in the comments down below. And the disc that inspired this video hasn't really been getting a ton of love today. Not a ton of holes that are great for me with the Athena, but I think the Athena here is the perfect disc for hole 12 here. Another very tricky par 4. Oh, a little too straight, man. Oh, flip, 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 flip. That's going to be a little bit too left, but we're in a pretty decent spot. Might be able to get the birdie from there. It was a little awkward, or a lot awkward. We're definitely short. We might have a throw at the birdie still. Hole 13, another very tricky par 4 here. I think a perfectly thrown Athena is going to get us that straight but stable line that we need to get into birdie range. This is a very, very tricky hole, especially off the tee. If it turns, it's perfect. All right, we kicked into the middle of the fairway. My other play on this was possibly the Hades on more of the flipping line. The right side of the fairway, once you get through the gap, has much better access to get to the basket. Oh, that's so much better than the Athena shot. Hit the same tree and kick forward again. Getting pretty lucky today. I feel like even though I'm making a good bit of mistakes, the trees are kind of helping me out, keeping the morale up for sure. All right, the Athena and the Hades actually landed within 4 feet of one another. We need to throw another really high level shot here. We're gonna throw like the stand up old ESP Buzzz, see what kind of how close we can get to the basket here. We need to go left, but we also need a lot of forward push. Miss it. Oh, it flipped up a little too much. Again, got so lucky, kicked right back into the dead center of the fairway. It's one of those days where I feel like I just can't do any wrong. The course is being nice to me because I'm trying to work on my backhand, I think. All right, guys, I think I've kind of reached my pitch count for today. My shoulder's been feeling a little funny. I kind of slept on it bad. It's been bothering me for the last few weeks or so. So we're gonna call today's round there. But a few all-stars for the round. I'm actually really impressed with these guys. The two Lunas, really impressed. These pretty stiff Z Lunas. We still have a bunch of these on the site. I'm not sure how many North Cove Lunas we have left. I know last time I looked, there was some yellows that were looking really nice. One basically just like this. There was like 3 or 4 more of these, but if we don't have any of these left, I feel like this one's flight is pretty similar. So I'm surprised these are like supposed to be the most stable run of Luna, but this one was just as stable in my opinion. And then the other disc that really impressed me is this TI Hades. Really fun to throw on a bunch of different lines. I had quite a bit of success with it on just full power drives. Not throwing my best as far as power goes today. Working with some new form, and then also slept on my shoulder. So kind of dealing with a couple of different things. But as far as like my low power drives have been going, the Hades was really nice. It was really easy to get to flip up, easy to get it to turn. And then I threw some of the best shots I've thrown in a long time with these Lunas. So pretty fun round out here at Nevin, but I think I've officially reached my pitch count for the day. Check the link in the description below if you want to check out any discs. If you bag any Paul Mcbeth line stuff, let me know what you bag in the comments below. I'm super curious to see what you guys are throwing. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'll catch you in the next one, and take care.